It is time to have a tidy up in the workshop. And before I can have a tidy up in the workshop, I need to reassemble this mess. That is actually an LG 4K 49-inch TV, which has a weird screen problem. It's got a pulsating screen problem. I put a brand new set of backlights in it a couple of months ago, put it back together and realised the screen had got issues. And then the customer just left it with me. And then I had a customer that came with an identical TV with a blue picture and wanted new backlights in. So I took the backlights out of this one here because they'd only been used for 10 minutes. They were brand new. Stuck them in the other TV, and now I've got to put this one back together. Why am I putting it back together if it's got a fault on it? I don't know. I've got to find some backlights to go in it. I'm just going to hodgepodge some backlights to get it working. Well, not to get it working, because it won't work. It's got a pulsing effect on the screen, which makes it look like it's a backlight issue, but it's not. It's the screen that's pulsing. Anyway, if I do manage to get it back together, I'll show you the fault. But I don't think it can be fixed. I think it's problems on the screen itself and a lot of faffing around on the screen tabs, etc. It's not a mainboard fault or anything like that. But the first thing I have to do is find some old shoddy backlights just to give it some picture. Let's have a look. Which way around do I want it to be? Can't remember. Possibly. The backlight wire in. And then you may notice, sorry, got a bit of static on the microphone. I've changed the batteries twice and it's still happening, so I need to look into that. But just to let you know, sticking some backlights in here, you can see that I'm just finding them from an LG 42-inch, and I've stuck those in. The voltage and the current is correct, so it will give a picture. Now we've put the TV back together again here. I haven't got the back on, but we should get some backlights lighting up, and you should see that the picture is going to come on, and after a couple of seconds, well, you see the LG logo there. And after a couple of seconds, these TVs, if they're not plugged into anything, if there's no HDMI input or if there's no aerial input, then just by default, they will go to their 4K picture quality with just some stills. And as you can see it on the right-hand side, the picture is pulsating on the right-hand side. I'm sure you can see that. Most engineers, most people would think, oh, you got flickering backlights there, but it's not the backlights. In fact, what you'll see me do in a second is I lift up the TV and I'll show you the backlights. The backlights are not flickering at all. They're fine. They're static. They're on. They're good. There's no flickering. And sadly, it's the right-hand side of the screen. As I'm sure you're aware, a screen is made up of two partitions, a left-hand side and a right-hand side. And it's the right-hand side of the screen. If you look at the left-hand side, well, your right-hand side, my left-hand side, you see the screen is fine. but it's in that top right-hand corner there in particular, and that you see the picture is fluctuating with its contrast and its brightness. The backlights are absolutely fine, and I've done all the usual thing. I've tested all the tabs, and I've had a look around, and I've checked the earthing pins and the grounding pins and made sure that everything is as good as it could be, and it doesn't make any difference. The screen has just, for some particular reason, decided not to work correctly on that right-hand side, which is a bit of a shame because this TV is quite it's a very good TV. And it would have been worth putting a brand new set of backlights in and getting it working properly. But on this particular occasion, and on any particular occasion, it's not going to happen. As I said, I've tried to do this already. You see me there simulating where the halfway line is, and the left-hand side is fine. This was an old customer's TV, and we stuck some new backlights in for him. But then we saw the screen issue, so I recommended him not to go ahead with the repair. He bought a new TV. He left the TV with me, and all I've done is take the backlights out to use for another job, because I did put a brand new set in. But I just thought I'd double check. This is why I've just stuck some scrappy backlights in, just to see if when I put it back together, if it's still pulsating on the right-hand side. And as you can see, it still is pulsating on the right-hand side. Bit of a shame. But as I say, nothing that can be done. But I can use the TV for spare parts. One day the power supply and the main board will come in handy for someone. There's nothing else really that I can use on it. The next time I take this TV to bits, the screen will go in the bin. So it's just showing you that just by putting a scrap backlights in and making sure that the voltage is correct and the current is correct. So I've put the correct backlights in. I put the correct amount of LEDs in. We can get it up and running just to test. But it's a successful failure.